welcome to the Rental Property Pro Student Spotlights. I'm super stoked to have you. I can't wait to hear your and your dad's story. But before we dive into what you're doing and the projects that you got cooking and everything, give us a little bit about your guys' backgrounds. Why real estate and what do you do now for a profession? Fill us in.
Well, to start with, I'm retired completely. I'm 79 years old and I'm looking for adventure, and this is it.
79 years young and looking for
Uh,
adventure. I think that's right.
79, 75, and holding.
I love it. That's perfect. And holding. Great. I love it, man.
And I just closed the deal on my inheritance, so I've got a little cash I want to invest to make it grow.
Awesome. Awesome. And Roy, is your dad dragging you along? Like what's going on here?
I think it was more vice versa.
Okay.
I, I
Uh,
I've been doing this and spending time studying and researching and watching video after video after video for years. And when I was here injured, that's all I was doing, and it kind of sparked his interest too. So
Yeah, he bent my ear and got me excited.
I love that. And so were you injured on the job working and then just kind of got the real estate bug? Is that what happened?
no, I had the real estate bug long before that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Awesome. And
Nice.
you guys are obviously partners in this, which is great. Are you guys like doing this full time or what's how's
Plan.
this working out? Yeah,
Plan because other than me mowing my yard and stuff, we're always out looking for property.
I love it. I love it. And so you guys are doing this full time. You're fully focused. Obviously, that's helped in how quickly you guys have had success. Fill us in on this deal that we've been talking about. I know the coaches have been working through with you. How'd you guys find it?
Through the agent in Wichita that we've been going through. Um,
Nice.
it's been a headache, but it's been educational on to say the least. We finally got the final closing date today. It's going to be the 30th. So
Awesome. Congratulations. I would like to sit here and say that real estate over time becomes less of a headache, but it really doesn't, right? It's a new headache all the time. You solve one and you got a new one that comes up. So you found it directly off the MLS, it sounds like with an agent. Is that right?
I don't think it was. It was yeah. It'd been one of them that was on the market for a while.
Oh, okay. So it's
No,
kind
they
of a
just got
stale
it on the
listing.
market. No, they just got it on the market. I'm sorry. I apologize. No,
Oh,
they
nice.
just put it on the market. Yeah, so we kind of got the heads up first, I think.
Yep.
Thing.
Love it. So you had created a relationship with them. They saw it come on the market and just called you guys immediately, it sounds like, right?
Yeah. We've been looking through a lot of properties that they send us. So
That's fair. That's fair. Now, why Wichita? I mean, I know Wichita is a great rental market. It's a great little city that no one really kind of thinks about. But why'd you guys choose Wichita?
Well, we chose Wichita because that's where, when Roy got out of being incarcerated and stuff, he had spent a lot of time down there and got to know the town pretty well. And
Yep.
of course, I live 4 hours away. So, but then when he got released out of prison the second time, why,
Hmm.
he had to come home after he got wounded. And he
Yeah.
was in a wheelchair when he got here. And in the process of him healing and stuff, we just real estate after real estate. And so Wichita was the town that he knew most about. And he said there's a lot of opportunities in Wichita. So I said, well, let's focus on Wichita or Kansas City. And so far, Wichita is panning out. So,
I love that. That's great. And if you don't mind, Roy, if we can just touch on this for a second, most people who experience the things that you've experienced in life, like incarceration, right? It's easy for them to like give up or just choose a much, lesser path, right? But you obviously made the decision to say, hey, I want to do something more with my life. I want to go out there and I want to, be successful, be a business owner, be a real estate investor. What's your mindset, man? I would just love to know kind of like what's that mindset that's helping you kind of just, go get over these hurdles or these stigmas to have that success.
I'm tired of going back. In all
Hey,
reality, that's what it is. I've been doing this my entire life. I'm done. I've been
yep,
on paper since I was 17. I'm 48.
wow,
I'm tired of
wow,
it.
yep,
I know I've got a skill set because I know what I've accomplished in that world.
yep.
You know, I know what I can do. I just had to convince myself that I could do it in regular society.
Yeah, like self-belief, right? Like,
Right.
you just needed a little bit of more self-confidence to believe in yourself that you could be as successful out here as you were in there at some degree, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. And, I think a lot of people want to say like motivation is like a positive thing, right? Which it is, but in the sense of like, your motivation is you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, right? Like you don't want to go back.
When you live in that world, like you're viewed at differently by society, period, to begin
Yeah.
with.
Yep.
And it compounds and compounds. And eventually you get to a point to where I was at that I didn't think I belonged in society. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Wow.
the truth of it. And that's a lot getting over. And that's the bridge I want to build between people that are getting out and being out here and being part of communities and because that's the hard part.
Yeah, that is. I mean, the reintegration, right? And it
Yeah.
doesn't help if you're struggling with self-confidence to begin with, right? And belief in yourself, when you're carrying around that stigma on your back, right? That's not helping you push towards success either. And I remember, it's I'm glad we kind of got on this topic because I'm remembering back for those of you on this call, like I hear about every student that comes in the door, and I remember, um, I don't know if it was after your first like onboarding call or what have you. I think you and your dad were on the first call, and I got a call. I don't know who called me. Someone from the team called me and said, "Man, I just met with this father son duo, and they talked about your incarceration and like your overwhelming motivation to be successful." And, I was excited to hear that you were part of the community and, just a few short months later, like have you on the student spotlight calls, amazing. So I want to give kudos to both of you guys. Obviously your father's been supporting you in this and, being your biggest fan, right? And Roy, you've just kind of take the bull by the horns, found that self-confidence to go out and have success. So it's truly inspiring, man, to both of you guys. So congrats on all the success, and I hope more comes. But back to the deal. All right. So you got this, the agent sent you the deal. You guys reviewed it. And then what happened? Did you guys just put in an offer? Did you go and walk the property? Like how did we get here?
Well, we went to Wichita to see
The
the property
inspection.
and stuff, and we got in the property, and then when they told us that it was available, that we could get it, then we had to do the inspection, so we went down on the inspection day and was with the inspectors and stuff and asked them, talked to them, and got to know them, and it's just been after they inspected it and stuff, we got the inspection reports, and then we just been negotiating with the realtor, and he's
Yep.
been back and forth with the seller, and now that we finally got to the point where we agreed with what we wanted to do, what we would pay for, and what he had to pay for, and now we're waiting to close.
I love it. And you guys got a pretty good price reduction from the inspection, right?
Uh, I don't know exactly what it started out as. I know what it ended up being, but are you talking about, oh, for negotiating on the property?
Yeah, like after the inspection report, I think there was some issues with like the sewer line or whatever, and you got
There
to
were some
reduce that.
issues. There were some issues with the sewer line. They held tight at only wanting to pay 8,000.
Yeah,
So, you know, we're getting that all worked out, and then it's all set now. Though we got it understood that we'll pay for it at closing. The work's getting done. We're gonna have
nice.
a healthy place for the tenants, so
I
we're
love
happy.
it. I love
We're
it.
happy.
So you got to use that. It's the a $400 or $500 inspection report yields you $8,000 back in concessions for the problem with the sewer line, which is great. And then the property's fully tenanted right now, so there's not like a huge amount of work that needs to go into it, right?
Right.
Other than the plumbing to get it taken care of.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. And then everybody's always wanted to know, what are you guys going to be able to cash flow on this thing once it's all said and done?
It's right around 700.
700? Okay, nice. That's a good deal right there. 700 on one property. That's huge. And you'll close on this on the 30th. You'll get the construction going on the sewer line. What's next? Like, what, paint the picture of, after this first one's under your belts. Are you guys celebrating or are you moving right into the next one? Where are you headed from here?
We're going right to the next one. We've got the realtor looking for one that we told him about what we would like to find, and that's what he's working on. So
I love
And
it. Say,
I'm
go
fixing
ahead,
to
bro.
schedule an appointment with Tim. I want to try to look at some STR area around Lake of the Ozarks. So
Oh, okay. A little vacation home as well, it sounds like.
maybe.
income for us for other people's vacation. That's what.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you get to use it every now and then, why not, right?
Well, I mean, somebody's got to make sure it's in shape.
Exactly. Exactly. It's a tax write-off, guys, to go and stay there for sure. So I get
And
it.
I'm just about to go ahead with my VA loan on a project. So
Yeah. So are you utilizing your VA loan on this project as well?
no,
No, it'll be this next one.
it'll be
Okay.
the next project we do.
Awesome. So the goal will be 100% financing with VA loan for the next project as well.
Right.
Amazing. Amazing. And yeah, with those VA loans, since you can get 100% financing, it makes total sense to go and get, another 3 or 4 unit property, right? So, use it on, the biggest kind of cash flowing, most expensive property you can ultimately, so that you can get as much income as well too. So that's smart. That's smart. I
Yep.
love it, guys. And what's the goal, right? I mean, obviously, you're getting your inheritance and then, you're wanting to invest that smartly to create a legacy, not only for retirement income for yourself, but also for Roy. What's like, paint a picture. Like, what are you guys looking to, accomplish from all this?
Financial freedom.
Financial freedom. What's that look like for you guys? Are you guys trying to get to 5, 10, 20 grand a month? Like, is there a number that you're striving for?
At least 50.
50. Oh, I like this. All right. All right. That's going to be some pretty nice cars and vacations at 50 grand a month. I like this.
Well, I've also been looking into doing some Section 8 stuff too. So
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Section 8 super strong. I don't know what it's like in Wichita, but we do a lot of Section 8 in Memphis and it's definitely a really good, in Memphis at least, a really good cash flow creator for you. Awesome. And guys, I always like to ask, you've been in the program for a few months now, you find your first property, like, for any new student that's coming into Rental Property Pro, what advice would you give them in terms of like how to utilize the program to have success? Like, what advice would you share with them?
set up the calls.
The one-on-one coaching calls. It's not that
Yeah.
hard, right?
I've been trying to learn all this on my own for years, and there's just certain things you don't ever get the answer to. That's
Yeah.
the call for. That's what I use them for. If I don't know what to do, I give you guys a call.
I love that. Yeah, and it's that simple. I mean, I stress it from day one on every single group coaching call I do is guys, you got to set up those one-on-one coaching calls because that's the secret sauce for most people, just like you said, Roy. I love it.
We opened when we opened up and started telling us everything that we needed to do. That was very, very informative and enjoyable. And I said, well, I gotta know this before I can do that. And that really was an eye opener. And reading all those lessons and stuff was also a very eye opener.
Because I'm sure up to this point, right? Roy, you were educating yourself and kind of bringing your dad into that mix, right? YouTube University, right? Where you're just trying to, you
Yep.
know, just search for the next question and a video on it, and it's not really in order, and it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. So, kind of getting to be able to say, okay, where do I start, and just go down the line to find
Even
that,
then,
right?
if the video is free, they're not giving you the details.
And that's fair.
what I was needing. And I guarantee you that was what I was needing. Because I was guessing and assuming I was right on a lot of it, but still, I
Yeah.
like to know before I make any move.
Yeah. You like to have that certainty, obviously.
Right.
So that's good. And what would you guys like? Obviously, you were at this point where you were just educating and educating yourself, right? But hadn't taken the leap in joining a mentorship or getting a coach, right? For someone who was in that, your same position a couple months ago before joining Rent and Property Pro, what would you say to them? Like to push them off the fence or push them off the ledge to take that leap? What's any words of wisdom there?
There ain't no sense in postponing anything when you can get it done right now.
Yeah,
And
I love it.
realize my holdup over the years has been money and me. I had a lot of shit I'd get worked out before
Mm,
get myself to this point. So, it's up to each individual, but don't don't stop thinking about it. You're not going to be able to stop
absolutely.
thinking about it. You're not going to be able to stop thinking about it. You're going to end up boring all your friends, and I'm telling you, until you get it done, it's just going to drive you.
And a speed of implementation, right? If you can have someone that shortens the speed of implementation, that's worth its weight in gold, right? Because time is our biggest enemy in life, in real estate, in everything that we do. And if we can shorten how quickly we can get to that success, which is obviously what the coaches have done for you guys,
Yeah,
that's priceless, if you will, in a lot of ways. I love that.
there really is.
Love it. Well, guys, I always like to open up the floor. Is there for any of the student body, and just so you guys know, this will go out to all of our students. This will be shared with new students that are thinking about joining Rental Property Pro. What would you like them to know? Right? Anything inspiring, anything that you think is important that you share with our community or any of the new students? I'd love to hear directly from you guys if there's anything you just want them to know.
They really need to believe in themselves and push forward of what they know they can do.
I love that. I love that. And I think you've done a really good job of, supporting Roy and finding that confidence, right? And believing in himself. You guys have been the dynamic duo inside of the program, supporting and helping each other to where you're at today. And I mean, personally, for any of the other students that have been on these calls, forgive me, but I'm most excited about your guys' success, and the reason for that is because let's be honest, you've had some of the biggest hurdles at the end of the day, right? The biggest stigmas, and despite all of it, right? You guys said, screw it. We're going to go out there and we're going to succeed. And I love that. There's nothing better than a hero's journey. We love that here. So congrats. And I see Delshawn actually has his hand up. Delshawn, what do you got, man?
I just want to say this is very inspiring. This kind of moved me, and sorry. Okay, so as part of my journey, I just want to say congrats to both of you, and I appreciate the father supporting your son, especially in his hard situations. And it takes a lot for somebody to come out of your situation and say, "I need to make a change." And the fact
Yeah.
that you're doing it the way you are, I appreciate it. Now, as part of my journey, I'm kind of leaning towards becoming an impact investor. So, I'm trying to develop a portfolio of sober living homes and veteran homes, but also part of that is reentry. So, I would love to be able to connect with you and say, hey, when you came out, what did you need to get some support so that I could provide that to other people to have some success stories like yours?
You need people with open minds.
Yep.
Yep.
Sure. Other than that, I really couldn't tell you. I mean, this is all new to me. The prison system, the way it is, and when you're released, there is no implementation. There is no connection with the community. You get connected with a parole officer, and if you're lucky, maybe a therapist, and that's it. Everything else you got to do on your own. So anywhere where you can bridge that gap is going to help.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, that's what I'm coming across is people are getting like $50 on a bus ticket. And if they don't have family, then they don't have anything. So that's what causes the recidivism. So I would love to connect with you so I can try to develop some programs to again have some success stories like yours. And I appreciate
Sure.
what you guys are doing.
Is there a way I can put our information in there or something, or?
Yeah, I'll just what I'll do, guys. I'll put an email together, Delshawn. I'll just email you guys back and forth and get you all put together because I have all your contact information. Does that work?
That'll
Yep,
work.
that works.
Perfect. Let me
Appreciate you
just email
guys.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you.
And
congrats again.
Delshawn, that's that emotion. I've been doing my best to kind of hold myself back in that same way. I love hearing that, man. And that's to you too. I mean, that's what that level of emotion. I mean, you probably don't realize it. I never realized my success or how much I was helping people until I started to hear it more. Right. So you guys are just going through your day, doing what you think you should be doing. Right. But listening to Delshawn, and how emotional he's gotten about how much you're inspiring people. Like you guys really are. You're truly inspiring everyone in our community and probably just the people around you as well too, because you're breaking that stigma and having the success that you are. So, congrats, guys! It's been amazing.
Thank you.
Anybody else have any questions? Oh, sorry, Roy,
I
what'd you
just,
got?
I just wanted to, well, real quick, just wanted to ditto what everyone said. This is a great story, and you guys are very inspirational, and I want to say congrats as well on your success.
Thanks, Victoria. Awesome. Well, guys, I know I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know we're kind of past, but to you two, any final last words for the students and the community? Anything else that you guys want to share before we pop off this thing?
The business email is in limbo again. I don't know what's going on with it. So just use my iCloud email and we'll just go from there.
We got it, man. Thank you, thank you. Well, guys.
I said, keep pushing.
Keep pushing. That's all you can do. Wake up every day. If you're taking one step forward every day, you're going to find success at some point along the ride. So, guys, again, congratulations. Thank you so much for taking the time to share your story and be on this call with us. It's been an absolute pleasure. And we can't wait to see you buy 100 more properties and, just continue to root on all of the success that you guys are about to have.
Thanks.
We're gonna do it.
Absolutely.
Bye.
See you
See
guys.
you guys.